All right. Now, I was just saying, now, Josh, is that a balloon over your shoulder?
Yeah, it's a buddy.
Ah, okay. That's the way to do the backdrop at home. There you go. Right.
We did a little screening in Fargo, North Dakota, and in Minot, North Dakota yesterday. And these balloons were at both events. So my son wanted to bring them home with us. So here we are.
Oh, well, fantastic. And your son probably, after watching the movie, just like my wife, is going, do you men ever grow up? I mean, that's...
Well, first of all, I can't let my son see this movie. Not yet.
No.
He's 7.
With what happens to Dan, right?
Yeah, if he ever met me, he'd be like, "What the? Get him away from me!"
But yeah, we don't, and it's funny that you asked that because every year we do this thing. This is something that we do, I don't know, for the last 20 years or so. And you're right. As soon as we're all mid 40s now, but it doesn't matter. Every year we revert right back to our 16-year-old selves. And you're right. I don't think we ever truly grow up. It's part of the fun. I think at one point in the movie we say, it's not, you don't get old because you stop playing. You stop playing, or what? I forget what it is.
You don't stop playing because you get old. You get old because you stop playing.
Stop playing.
There you go.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. I should know that. I directed the damn thing.
Yeah, I think you wrote it too.
And you produced it too. And
yeah.
Did you do the craft services as well? You had to.
I did not. I had plenty of people helping me throughout. Believe me.
Yeah, I was going to say it does. It just kind of takes you back to some of the, goofy things that you and your buddies would do as you were growing up in your 20s or late teens, 20s and 30s and all like that. And the Dan, like for your guy, he becomes this really big part just because of something that happens to him that no man in the world would ever want to have happen to them.
Right.
At some playful event with their friends. But then he's out now just kind of like looking at his buddies a little different.
Yeah, well, I think it's that thing where it's like he's got such hubris at the beginning of like, I'm the champ, I'm the greatest, and everyone's thinking, man, this guy needs to be taken down a notch. Oh, maybe not that far down. and then it's like, well, he needs to be brought back up. Well, maybe not that far up. It's almost like you wish the guy would get it. Well, not that much. It's fun, but it's like we've all got that friend,
right?
That experience.
That's for sure. And then, Josh, like we said, you did everything, like you said, with the directing, producing, the writing, and also starring in it. What was that whole thing like? I mean, I'm almost not even joking, but did you ever leave set, or did you just stay there, all during the time?
It's definitely, the responsibility level goes up about tenfold when you're trying to wear these hats. And luckily I did know the material well enough to, the hardest part actually was the acting part, because I had so many other things I was trying to do, whether we're setting up a shot or answering, questions about something else. There's just a million things that are part of it, but you don't really realize it until you're actually in the middle of it. So I would be, there'd be moments where I was like, oh God, I'm in this scene right now. Okay. And I thankfully I knew it well enough, but yeah, it is a scary idea to try to take on all those things. But, this is the one story movie that I felt like I could tell the best because I knew it so well. And it's really about not knowing everything, just knowing enough to know that you don't need to know everything, and just getting a good group of people around you, whether it's a great cast or a great crew, which I had. And that's really what I needed. And I leaned on those guys big time to help me get through it.
Well, fantastic. And I dare say, of course, especially with everything going on, this is the type of movie that you do need to see right now. Just something just to kick back and laugh about. So, yeah. Josh, thank you very much. Dan, thank you very much. Enjoyed. You guys have a great rest of your day, and this won't go on. But yeah, Dan, every time your character came on immediately, like most guys, you're going,
yeah.
So are we going to see a Buddy Games poster behind you next time we do this?
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Right between Barry Gordy and Charlie Chaplin. You got it.
And Buddy Games. There you go. Yeah, we fit right in there.
Good to see you.
Now, I dare ask, everybody always asks me about my background. Now, what is that on your background?
That's a Chuck Connolly painting. He's a kind of a famous artist, and he painted this for me. It's got the victory thing. It's like a entourage type of thing here. You got a lot going on back there yourself.
Oh, yeah. Like my mixture of old Hollywood stuff, Charlie Chaplin, a camera, Audrey Hepburn, and the Beatles.
I see a Batman mask.
Oh, yeah. Got Batman over there.
Nice.
Over there.
Awesome.
To an extent, this background kind of like goes along with the movie. Here's your guy. He's a dentist, or not a dentist, but a doctor.
Yes.
Professional man.
Chiropractor.
Right. Chiropractor. Everybody, loves him and adores him, and he's like this pillar. But when he gets together with his buddies, he's back to being 10 years old.
Yes.
What is it about us guys that do that? Where we still do have Batman mask and Vader mask and all this other stuff.
Because the kid is always there. That kid is always there with you, and same here with me. And same with Doc, the guy's a chiropractor, and he gets together with all the boys, and they do this competition every year, and he becomes a child again. And that's so fun to watch. I love watching adults be children.
And you're right. I mean, it's so true where, normally under normal circumstances, you meet up with your buddies, during the summer, guys you've known for whatever, 30, 40 years. And then it's back to, hey, I'm 16 again. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go cruise the street.
You're right where you left off.
Right. Even though you got to help some of the buddies into the car now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Now, I know for Josh, putting this whole thing together, writing, producing, directing, acting, and cooking the meals and all like that. But he says that this is something that he and his buddies actually get to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually got to meet a bunch of his friends who do the real buddy games, because they do this every year. And they invited me to do it. One of these years, I'm gonna go and join them. And they were great guys, and they do a lot of this stuff for real, like the slide and all the craziness. So one of these days I'll do it. But I'll tell you, this movie beat me up so bad. I don't know if I want to do it. I was beat up just for making the movie, so I can imagine how I'd feel after the real buddy games.
Right. You'd be going.
At one stage, I went to Josh. I got hit in the nose and covered in mud. I was like, "Hey, Josh, is my nose okay?" And he goes, yeah. A chunk was taken out of my nose and was bleeding down my face. It was pretty crazy.
Just talking to the photographer. You're getting this, right? You're getting this shot.
Yeah.
Kevin's nose is falling off. We can use that.
Yeah. And then we're going to have to patch it back up for the other scenes.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. But like you said, yeah, it was something fun to watch. And like we said, especially with everything that's going on now, where everybody needs something to kind of throw you over the top. It's that, what I mean? That type of comedy where it's like, you don't have to think, you just laugh and have a good time.
Yes, I agree. I think it's what the world needs right now. Belly laughing, right?
Right. Nothing where I've got to sit there and, like you said, go through, okay, should they do this? Should they? It's kind of like, they're going to jump out of a tree and there's no water down there. Yes, see it,
No doubt.
And then you even think about, like one of the main premise of the movie is, way back, the one guy who's always winning suffers this unfortunate accident. But now that brings everybody together to try and make him, feel a little bit, good.
Yes, exactly.
and I told Dan, I said it every time, you'd see him on screen, you'd immediately just kind of cringe if you're a guy.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, you felt his pain.
Yeah. Now, what happened to Dan, right? I mean, I'm complaining about my nose. Dan got it. Dan was on crutches the whole movie because he got hurt during one of the scenes. The slide scene.
Oh, so you guys
his leg was so bruised up, he couldn't even walk. I mean, we really got beat up on this movie.
And like you said, you guys actually did do that slide thing. Those weren't.
Well, he did. And then we were on the ramp ready to do it. And then the producer, after looking at his leg, went, no, get him off that ramp. They had the whole cast up on the ramp. They could have lost us all in one shot.
That would have been a very short movie, but man, oh man. It
would have been short for sure.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
For the belly laughs. Really appreciate it. Needed those too.
Oh, good. I'm glad I could help.
All right, man. Take care.
Okay, take it easy, bro.